Hello, everybody. I would like to welcome you all to a dimension of decay in between multiple, where where multiple realms have decayed and beings of that have lost the meaning of mortality have come to collect and maybe regain a part of their humanity before going their separate ways again to go back to their respective realms and meet maybe with new resolve, or maybe they'll be kicked out of Termid Hollow. This is a fan-made project called Embers. It is based around the Soulsborne franchise, and it is a purely fan fiction and a fan project. This is not to steal away from FromSoft and Bandai Namco. This is purely fan, not an attack on Bandai Namco. This is not canon. This is never going to be canon. It's just something fun I made for my friends. Now, I hope you all enjoy this adventure we are going to go on. Now, Belial, would you like to introduce yourself first? Your character.
Hello, I'm Belial. I don't know where I am. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know where I am, but I'll maybe find out. I don't know.
Alright. John, would you like to introduce your character? Marnock, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am a man who was raised at a very young age of 40 years old to be one of the rat kind, and then I ascended into being the king of rat kind, and I rat.
Indeed. Everything you said is entirely true.
I also turn people into stone because I like seeing them petrified. The last mortal on the earth is the beautiful one, and I'm going to make sure it gets that.
That is true. Pumpkin, would you like to introduce your character?
My name is Alphonse, and I need water.
Johnny boys fell asleep.
No way, we got it on rap. No way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna cut that, but John's had a long day, and he's been pretty sleepy. Unfortunately, he prepared a really cool voice. It's unfortunate that he won't be here for today's one shot.
Oh my god!
Yeah. But yeah. And if you guys would like to introduce yourself as your actual person, you can do that now. If you don't want to,
Wow,
that's
that's
fine.
relatable.
Pumpkin.
I'm too shy. I'm too
Jester.
shy.
He's too shy. I'm sorry. And Stall.
Hello, I'm not actually a person. I'm a figment of your guys' imagination.
Imagination. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Jester Stall, I want you both to introduce me. I want you guys to do it at the same time.
No.
That's fine.
If there
I don't
were
care.
a third person here, it would be Pumpkin, but there's not actually a third person here.
Barbecue chicken alert. But yes, this is the Embers one shot. I previously had an Embers campaign going on, and I left it in a place of stagnation because the story is starting to fall off, and I was starting to lose motivation, and so it just sat in a place of decay for a very long time. This universe takes place in between all the Soulsborne games, so you could be playing as a Tarnished, while you also have like an Ashen one and stuff like that, and each person has their own respective different stat sheets depending on like what their undead originated from. So I'm just going to let you keep that in mind. We also roll a D150, and there's multiple types of successes. You can either roll really high or make a very specific guess. And if you do both, you make a double success and you basically win. And depending on how well you guess what you roll. Or you just roll high and that's it. You could either guess what you roll, or guess like general things about what you're going to roll, or roll high. Those are the two things behind successes. And if you do both things, you're going to have a decent, like you can bring yourself out of a failure by guessing what you roll.
Whoa.
This is Pumpkin's first time playing this. Of course, we roll a D150, so the likelihood that you're going to guess something correctly is low. Of course, like I said, you don't have to guess something specific. You could just say odds or evens. And that would count as like a minor success or a minor failure. So there's two ways to succeed a roll. I don't like to remind everyone that. And of course, if they are making a guess about the roll, they're going to have to say something out loud. Like whenever they roll D150, I'm going to go, all right. They're going to go, all right, I guess this. And then I will be like, all right, let me see. And if they guess something specific and they get a really high roll at the same time, that is like the ultimate critical ever. If they guess getting 150 and getting 150, they win. They win. They win in whatever means imaginable. They win so well that whatever's in front of them, they're just so good at it. And yeah, that's it. So, from here, I'd like to introduce us to the first few seconds of the session. So, from where we left off, from where we're going to continue from, I am going to introduce you. After Marnock and Belial were adventuring for so long, they lost so many companions. They lost their ironclad soldiers, they lost their hunter, they lost so many party members. The two pyromancers were the only survivors in this desolate wasteland known as Termid. Termid was a realm in between all forms of death, and it was just a long journey. And whenever the other members of their party couldn't find their way, they just lost themselves out there. And although it's tragic, and you gotta remember who helped you get to the places of... whoever helped you get to places, and whoever helped you, it's unfortunate, but there's only two of them left now. How do you like to introduce yourself? How do you like to introduce yourselves in this desert? Belial and Marnock.
We're just in
You're just in
desert right now.
A desert with black sand. You swear you see, ash and smoke in the distance occasionally, but you don't think, you're not sure if you're getting anywhere.
How long have we been walking in the desert?
A good few days now.
Oh, let me be a little devil on your shoulder. You should eat the sand. It'll make your tummy full. You won't be hungry anymore. Eat
This is real?
it. This is real. This is true.
Yeah,
my God.
An illusion from dehydration is telling you to eat sand.
I'm just...
Good for you.
Do we have,
It's
like, any way of knowing where we're going, like a map or anything, or did we just start a trek out in the...
Marnock
the
has a
sand
compass. Marnock, how about
place?
you? Are you looking at this compass? Marnock?
Marnock is
I don't know what to fucking do anymore.
Oh, you lost everything.
Are we?
I keep following
I
the
just
arrow,
want to
but
chain people to stone, and there's no one to turn to stone anymore. I'm
keep
tired
following
of
the
being
arrow.
here.
We need to run faster. If only I had the energy to run. I think I'm like 2 seconds away from perishing from dehydration.
This is truly tragic.
This is truly true.